بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ونبينا محمد عليه أفضل الصلاة وأزكى التسليم. Dear brothers and sisters everywhere, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today inshallah we're going to resume our reflections on Surat Ghafir, and we are done, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, with verses from 1 to 55. Today inshallah we're going to start with ayah number 56, which reads بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الذين يجادلون في آيات الله بغير سلطان أتاهم. Verily, those who dispute about the ayat of Allah without any authority having come to them, they attempt to refute the truth with lies and solid evidence with shaky arguments, despite the fact that they have no proof or evidence from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The sultan or the authority is either the oppressive authority that compels and forces you to do something, or the authority of argument and persuasion. And that's why Satan said in Surah Ibrahim, وَقَالَ الشَّيْطَانُ لَمَّا قُضِيَ الْأَمْرُ. And Satan will say when the matter has been concluded, إِنَّ اللَّهَ وَعَدَكُمْ وَعْدَ الْحَقِّ وَوَعَدْتُكُمْ فَأَخْلَفْتُكُمْ. Indeed, Allah had promised you the promise of truth, and I promised you, but I betrayed you. وَمَا كَانَ لِي عَلَيْكُمْ مِنْ سُلْطَانٍ إِلَّا أَنْ دَعَوْتُكُمْ فَاسْتَجَبْتُمْ لِي. But I had no authority over you, except that I invited you and you responded to me. فَلَا تَلُومُونِي وَلُومُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. So, don't blame me, but blame yourselves. مَا أَنَا بِمُصْرِخِكُمْ وَمَا أَنْتُمْ بِمُصْرِخِي. I cannot be called to your aid, nor can you be called to my aid. إِنِّي كَفَرْتُ بِمَا أَشْرَكْتُمُونِ مِنْ قَبْلِ. Indeed, I deny your association of me with Allah before. إِنَّ الظَّالِمِينَ لَهُمْ عَذَابٌ أَلِيمٌ. Indeed, for the wrongdoers is a painful punishment. And that's I didn't have the oppressive, as Satan is telling them that, I didn't have the oppressive authority to force you to disobey, nor did I have the authority of argument and persuasion to persuade you. So this is the sermon, this is the speech of Satan in the middle of hellfire, when everyone knows his place and is settled, and when everyone has already settled down in his place, the people of the Jannah would go to Jannah and the people of hell would go to hell, and Satan will become the orator of the people of hell fire, khatibu ahli nari, and this is his sermon, this is his speech. And we seek refuge with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we don't want to hear that, we don't want to be there, we don't want to attend or be present when Satan gives his speech or delivers this speech of his. إن الذين يجادلون في آيات الله بغير سلطان أتاهم إن في صدورهم إلا كبر ما هم ببالغيه. There is nothing else in their breasts except pride. They will never have it. They will never be able to achieve or to conclude or to implement that pride that is in their breast, in their bosoms and in their hearts. They are far too arrogant to pursue the truth and submit to the one who has brought it to them. Their attempts to silence the truth and elevate falsehood, on the other hand, will fail. The truth will prevail, the truth will triumph, and their words and hopes will be crushed. They will never be able to realize their ambitions or dreams. They will never be able to produce anything resembling revelation, al-wahy, or prophethood and nubuwah, no matter how hard they try, because this comes only from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it's Allah who chooses for his message and for his missions the men whom he chooses or selects from among all mankind, and they are, as you all know, the prophets and the messengers are the best of Allah's creation subhanahu wa ta'ala. We also learn from this, and this is very, very important indeed, that the issue of beliefs shouldn't be discussed in large groups of people, but rather between you and yourself, and if sharing is required, then only one. But why? This is because sitting alone or with one other person allows you or allows for more fruitful discussion and keeps the circle of disagreement from expanding, allowing you to get closer to the truth. And if one of you is defeated, he will not be defeated in front of a large crowd, nor will he be arrogant or stubborn. Instead, he will return to the truth, and he will return to it without embarrassment. And therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Saba, verse number 46, قُلْ إِنَّمَا أَعِظُكُمْ بِوَاحِدَةٍ. Say, I only advise you of one thing. أَن تَقُومُوا لِلَّهِ مَثْنَى وَفُرَادًا ثُمَّ تَتَفَكَّرُوا. That you stand for Allah, seeking truth in pairs and individually, and then give thought. مَا بِصَاحِبِكُم مِّن جِنَّةٍ. There is not in your companion any madness, the Prophet, the Messenger, whom were sent to you. إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا نَذِيرٌ لَكُمْ بَيْنَ يَدَيْ عَذَابٍ شَدِيدٍ. He is only a warner to you before a severe punishment. And this means don't discuss religious beliefs with the masses, because the masses are uncontrollable and their collective thinking leads to confusion and demagoguery. So spend some time alone so you don't have a whim that causes you to deviate from the truth. فاستعذ بالله. So seek refuge in Allah from being like these people, because seeking refuge in Allah or isti'adha indicates that something beyond your material resources or means has arrived. Don't be idle. Instead, go to your Lord who sent you and tell him, this matter is beyond my ability. Please handle it for me. If you lack the necessary means or resources, please contact their creator, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? Because إِنَّهُ هُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْبَصِيرُ. إِنَّهُ هُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْبَصِيرُ. Verily, it's He who is the all-hearer, the all-seer. So, you have to seek refuge with Him, subhanahu wa ta'ala, from being like these people who argue without authority over Allah's ayat or signs. And then, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us about life after death. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لَخَلْقُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ أَكْبَرُ مِنْ خَلْقِ النَّاسِ. The creation of the heavens and the earth is indeed greater than the creation of mankind. On the day of resurrection, يوم القيامة, يوم البعث, يوم الحشر, Allah promises to resurrect His creation. And this is very simple for Him. Why? Because He, subhanahu wa ta'ala, created the heavens and the earth, and creating them is greater than creating mankind the first and second time. And the one who is capable of that is capable of anything else. لَخَلْقُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ أَكْبَرُ مِنْ خَلْقِ النَّاسِ وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Yet most of mankind know not. As a result, they disregard or they ignore this proof. And similarly, while many Arabs recognize Allah's creation of the heavens and the earth, they denied and rejected the concept of that resurrection. They recognized something greater than what they denied. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to everyone searching for the ayat that are spread across the universe, وَمَا يَسْتَوِي الْأَعْمَى وَالْبَصِيرُ وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَلَا الْمُسِيءُ. And not equal are the blind and those who see, nor are those who believe and do righteous good deeds, and those who do evil. A blind person cannot see anything, whereas a sighted person can see everything to the extent that his eyesight allows. And similarly, virtuous believers and evil non-believers are not the same. قليلا ما تتذكرون, little do you remember. The vast majority of humans have relatively little memory. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us from among those who listen to the statements and follow the best of them. Until we meet next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.